Howdy, and a big thank you to those who responded to my first Facebook poll. Yes, I said first, there are more to come, including one at the end of this video. Armada Demolishor won the first Battle of the Bots. I'll review the other two eventually, just not for a while now. Before we get to the good stuff, this is Demolishor's minicon, Blackout, who turns into some abstract military vehicle. He's not a bad little toy though. The colours match his partners, he rolls okay, and the cannons have some articulation since they are the robot arms. He apparently has an attack mode, which is supposedly this. Alright, the radar dish is a nice thought, but I'd hardly call this another mode. Blackout in robot mode looks okay, but because of how he transforms, the arms are plenty poseable, but the legs can only move back and forth since they're on hinges. Most of the time he's stuck in this permanent loyal soldier stance. Is that why he's paired with Demolishor? He's got good details at least, including a visor with what looks like a tiny targeting reticle. All in all, a worthy minicon. But we all know who the real star of the set is. You'll find that most Armada Decepticons are built around their bot modes, and the vehicles tend to have at least one or two extras hanging off. Cyclonus and Starscream are glaring examples. Demolishor, however, pulls it off pretty darn well, mainly because everything is molded to suit both modes. For instance, you can sorta tell these are his shoulders, arms, hands and such, but they work so well as cannons or missile launchers that you just don't care. It's a pretty cool looking tank, one that looks like it's been in its fair share of battles, a trait only enhanced by the dirt paint apps and gritty grey paint wash on the armoured skirt. It's also fully functional. The turret turns all the way around, the cannons move up and down, and it rolls on 4 tiny wheels placed underneath the treads. On to the gimmicks. Wouldn't be an Armada toy without them. Demolishor has 4 minicon ports, though only one activates anything. In this case, plug Blackout onto the left cannon, push back to extend the double barrel, and again to fire the missiles. Annoyingly, the right cannon doesn't fire anything. It's all manual. Behind the turret is a platform with a flip-out seat for a minicon to hitch a ride, though it merely rests in there, it doesn't actually peg in. Finally, Blackout plugs into this gap in the front of the tank, and it's not a bad merged vehicle in itself. But you push the button on the platform to launch Blackout. In theory, there's just not enough clearance for it to work all the time. Demolishor has his own third mode, called a base, though it feels more like a battle platform, especially since handles are molded on the back of these missile pods. A minicon or basic/scout sized figure could man him, except there was no scout or basic size class in Armada. They tried something similar with Generations Dark Mount. Didn't like that mode a whole lot, and I'm not so fond of this either. But moving on. Demolishor's bot mode embodies the powerful, loyal soldier he is in the show. From the bulk to the guns for fingers and the high-towered shoulders that give Laser Prime a run for his shanks. Just how can you not like this guy? Even the face is as gruff as they come, and has a targeting reticle. I see a pattern here. It's painted black instead of a screen-accurate brown, a detail which I believe the Takara version rectifies. Much like the molded parts themselves, the joints work to the advantage of both modes, resulting in one of Armada's more poseable figures. All he's missing are head and forearm swivels, and possibly ball-jointed hips. No new ports are revealed, though most of the gimmicks still work. And if you've seen the show, Primus bless you, you can recreate the half transformation where his arms are the tank's cannons. I'm sure fans have come up with dozens of other modes for this guy. Hey, if Hasbro can do it, so can we. To my mind, Demolishor is one of the few Armada characters not in desperate need of a new figure for the Generations line, though Jim van der Kolk pretty much has the right idea. Throw in those extra joints, paint the face brown, make both cannons spring-loaded, and this guy would be set. To sum up, this is a really fun little package, and I recommend either this one, the Power Links, or the Energon repaints. Not so much the Cybertron version. It looks okay, but it replaces the Minicom with the Cyberplanet key, which if anything reduces the play value. You may have noticed, the level of Minicon interaction's pretty high. Don't know if mixing things up is out of the question though. Next I'm reviewing Generations Hoist. After that, once again, you decide.